Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 14. It is Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. I am filming from Northern California. The winds are blowing. We aren't getting rain just yet, but we have had a lot of rain, and I know especially to the stitchers in the Sacramento area, there's been a lot of flooding. I'm actually even a little concerned if it doesn't slow down a bit before the 11th, when I fly out of Sacramento Airport, I may have some difficulties getting to the airport if the roads remain flooded. So everyone keep your fingers crossed for me, because I don't want to miss Sanford Symposium. Got a little bit of a weather report there. And I want to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel. If you are new to this channel, I hope you like what you see and that you will subscribe and like and ring the bell and share and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. If you are a returning viewer, I adore each and every one of you. I love your comments. I love responding to your comments, and I am so glad to see you all back in 2023. I also want to take just a second to thank my wonderful, loving husband who just had a birthday on January 1st, along with the infamous Laura duet, and for his wonderful intro song that you are all tapping your toes to. Anyway, so welcome. I do feel like I might be filming a little against some pressure, because the lights have blinked once. It may not affect, it wouldn't affect probably the phone and my videotaping, but I do think it could turn the lights out on the production, so to speak. So I wanted to say hi and Happy New Year to everyone before I left for Sanford Symposium. So I did want to get this video in and stay on my every 2-week filming. So what have we got? What have we got going today? I am going to insert a video in this area right here. I'm not going to show you the progress I've made on the blanket for the new grandbaby, because I'm going to substitute it today with this short little video of what my husband Stan made for the baby, and was given to Eva and David on Christmas Day. And we did take a little video of them with their new cradle. My husband is a wonderful woodworker, and he made a cradle for the baby and gave that to Eva for Christmas. And so I will insert that video here. Hey, FlossTubers. I am so thrilled to show you and let you meet Eva and David. And you can see Smarty Pants there bulging out under the stocking. And this was Eva's Christmas present from Grandpa Stan. So I just wanted to be able to share this with you all. And Eva, you guys can say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
And they would love if Chester made an, this is yes. Perfect. You guys, there's Chester.
Chester's butt.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so that's David and Eva, and as you guys all know, she's going to have the baby in February. And Stan, do you want to sing anything?
Oh, no.
Okay. No. All right. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Okay, I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed that and all the happiness and the joy that was here on Christmas morning when Eva and David received that. I had a couple of comments I wanted to address. One, I will save for when I show one of my finished objects. And the other one is from Connie, and she just wanted me to make sure that I gave all the details on the pieces that I'm stitching. And so I'm going to make a very concentrated effort to do that today. And Connie, let me know if that works for you. And you all know, you absolutely all know, please, if there's anything that you want me to do that will make these videos more beneficial to you, give you more information, please don't hesitate to put those down in the comments. So the plans for today is we'll go over, I didn't bring out any fully finished or past finishes just because I feel like I'm working against a little bit of time here before the lights go out. But I do have two big finishes that I want to share with you. I've got some new starts. I will go through my whips as always, a little bit of plans, and then I've got a little bit of haul that I'll share as well. And that'll kind of wrap us up for today. So we're going to jump in with my finishes. Okay, I'm very excited about these. So here's the first one. It is the TGA Redwork Sampler. All done. And I'm going to really hold that up there for everyone to get a good look at, because the other comment and that I want to address, and I will do that here. And Jane, you know who you are, and you know that I am so appreciative. She so very gently, more than once, said, I don't think you finished the P. And I looked at, I guess, another P and said, oh, but yes, I did. It's okay. And then when I showed it last time, she said, so sweet. I don't think you finished the P. And then she told me exactly where the P was, which was this P right here at the bottom, right here. And sure enough, I had not finished the P. So it takes a village to finish a cross-stitch piece. And Jane, I thank you for your kindness. And again, to all of you, if you see something that I have forgotten or have done incorrectly, please don't hesitate to let me know. So this is the TGA Redwork Sampler by Just Stitching Along. I am looking forward to getting that framed. As you know, that was one of my two pieces that I worked on, what I call Thursday Redwork Sampler Day. And so I'm going to be figuring out a piece to take its place. I will show you in the whips my work on Mary 395, which is the other piece that I work on. And now, ta-da. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, this is my second finish, which is Fruits of Plenty. Okay, I may have to kind of do this like this. And you can see the two S's for the lovebirds, Sarah and Stan. And we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. I hope you can see it okay. So that is Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. And again, I am going to give some credit and some big thank yous to Karen of the Monogamous Stitcher, that I got that idea of working on a piece, a focus piece, 7 days out of the month. And that is why this is done. It would have been done, but it's done now. And so I thank you, Karen. I'm so excited that I've got those finished. I'm just going to set this other one aside so it doesn't get anything on it. So those are the two pieces, TGA Redwork Sampler by Just Stitching Along and Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. And hopefully by our next meeting, I will have made a decision on which piece that that I'm gonna, oh, I think I have made the decision on the focus piece, but the other piece that I will work either in the morning or the afternoon on my Thursdays that will have a red work theme. So, so I want to, I want to thank all of you. Oh, you have just been so kind and so supportive. It's with all of my pieces, but with Fruits of Plenty, I just felt you right there with me when I was stitching on it, just saying, you can do it, you can do it. And so guys, we did it. So it's done. And at some point, we'll get that framed, and then I'll get to show you a fully finished on both of those pieces. So thank you again. All right, so those are my finished pieces. So now we're going to go to, well, let's show my book. We'll get that out of the way because I always tend to want to forget that. So I've just started, and this is for January. I like to tell it, but some of you are new. I don't do a lot of stickering until I've written, because as you can see, some days I work on several pieces and I want the room to write in. So this is for January. And so I look forward to filling that up with new and exciting things. So new starts. I did do one new start since Christmas new start since we last met, and I wanted to show you that quickly. And that was from book number 28, The Prairie Schooler. And I am doing this little sampler small here, and this is my progress so far. I know that wouldn't take any time to finish up. I'm kind of keeping these in the spot beside me on my couch, where I can kind of pick these up and put a few stitches in, and hopefully get them completed. I'm not going to remember the name, but someone, and I can look it up. I'm not going to remember the name. So, but they're trying. It was to do a 12 ornaments in 2023, and I am so sorry that the name is escaping me. But I would like to kind of concentrate on that because again, this year Christmas kind of came around, and I got a couple of things done, but I didn't really get to add any ornaments, cross-stitch ornaments to my tree as much as I would have liked. I did do some pillow finishes that I enjoyed very much during the holidays. And as some of you eagle eyes can see, Santa's he's still out there. I haven't taken down the decorations yet. It's always so sad when you have to take them down. And we don't have any of the decorations like some of the gorgeous homes that I've seen on Instagram. But I do enjoy the lights, and I just enjoy the festiveness of the holiday stuff. So it'll be gone by next time. I'm not making any promises. Who am I kidding? Okay, so so that was my first new start. My second new start, put this here, okay, was A Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs, and I think I mentioned that I would probably be doing that. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Ren by Picture This Plus. These are some of the gorgeous overdyed floss, and I'm doing all the called for. And this is the chart. So this is Christmas Rose. And I have pretty much decided, I know that we talked about the other piece that I started for my mother, but the initials that are up here in the four-sided stitch, because my mother's name is Eva Rose, I'm going to put her initials in that, and it'll be one more thing to honor my mom. And then this is the work that I've done so far. I just love it. So this is how much I've done. This was my Christmas start, but it was started kind of later in the day after all of the festivities. So, and I do plan to continue to try to put stitches in this through the year. So that is Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs. 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus. I am stitching this 1/2. I will say, and I will try to always say that because I know that that will help a lot of you. But pretty much for me, if I am stitching on 36 count, it will be 1/2. So, oh, I apologize for the zipper. And then my third new start is a part of a SAL, which was started by Laura and Brenda, and I think Barrie of Stitch Folk and Susan Stan. There's a whole group, Grace of the Paisley Stitcher, to work on a Hands Across the Sea piece the first week of each month. And I haven't completed a Hands Across the Sea piece. I have some, but I haven't completed them. So I was thrilled to jump right in on that. So I picked a Christmas Rose. We saw that, didn't we? I picked Mary Snow by Hands Across the Sea. I'm stitching this on a 36 count winter wheat by Color and Cotton, and I'm using the called for DMC. And so these are some of the colors that are in that gorgeous piece. And these are some of the floss tags of Brenda, and I think actually Krista Grammer of Just Keep Stitching Along. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And this is the pattern. So this is Mary Snow by Hands Across the Sea. So far I started this on the 1st, and I have stitched on it every day. I am only stitching on it in the afternoon, which is really my longest block of stitching. But I am keeping the mornings open for other stitching. Plus, I do want to have that second 7-day focus piece. So this will just be getting a half day, but for 7 days of the month. And this is what I have done so far on Mary Snow. I got the swan finished. Oh, it's just gorgeous. You just can't go wrong with a 321 red in DMC. It is just beautiful. And I'm so excited about this because I did start Tom's Foolery last year, so I have that going. And I'm sure that there will be a piece at Sampler Symposium as well. But it's a lovely goal for 2023 to also concentrate on some Hands Across the Sea samplers. I was thinking for a lot of you, the Blackbird Design Hands Across the Sea is not as new to you as it is to me. Before, I would say March of 2020, I had never heard of them. So I don't really have the backlog of kitted charts and fabric. I did show you a lot of the pieces and booklets that I do have of Blackbird, but I don't have that repertoire in my background because I learned about all of this through FlossTube, and that was since 2020. So I'm just thrilled to be able to dive in and start seeing some finishes on these. So that is, that was Mary Snow and Christmas Rose, and then the little Prairie School sampler piece. And those are my new starts for since I saw you last. Excuse me, I think I bumped the camera. All right, so we will jump into my whips, which are works in progress. I also catch myself often not saying what a whip is, which is a work in progress. And so we'll go through those now. And the pieces are, the first one is Myra Dunn, 1922, by Whilst Iris Naps. as I told you last time, this was a piece that I decided to do in honor of my mother because she was born in 1922. And what lovely comments and responses I had from many of you. I'm not naive enough to believe that every one of us have had the perfect relationships with our mothers, but so many of us have. And I learned through the comments this time that many of you lost mothers early in life and sometimes around the holidays. And I recognize that is very difficult. And we miss our mothers. There is, when it goes right, it's a relationship kind of like no other. So anyway, so this is that piece, and I am doing this on a 36 count parchment by Weeks Dye Works, and I'm using a Silks for You unnamed silk. So I brought the border down and started across, and then started that second row of the alphabet. So that is Myra Dunn, 1922, by Whilst Iris Naps, in memory of my mother, Eva Rose. Okay, so that is whip number 1. Whip number 2, which I kind of thought I would have finished for you this time, but it didn't quite make it, is Love and Joy by Heartstring Samplery. And I will put stitches in this until it is finished. And this is the chart. So that is Love and Joy. I have seen so many finished pieces of this, and it's just so sweet. I am stitching this with a Mrs. Seda silk that was left over from 2020 pandemic by Sarcy Girl, and it was used in the flowers that were around the border, and I just loved it. And so I thought, perfect use of that. And so this is my progress, and as you can see, I am almost done. Just have a little bit there on the bottom, but isn't the variegation in that floss just gorgeous? And I think I have a piece of the Lady Dots Creates velveteen that is very close to that color. I used a piece of it to finish the Tudor Bee by the Blue Flower that I did for my granddaughter. So I'm thinking that will be the perfect backing for this piece. So that is Love and Joy by Heartstring Samplery. Okay, the next piece is my 2 threads, 30 minutes, 25, whatever piece. And that is Temperature Butterflies by Stitching Mama. And that is, this is the pattern. Okay, and I am stitching this on a 32 count, let me get that, Seraphim in Summer Storm. I am using the called for DMC. I am stitching 1 over 2 on this piece. And so as you can see, I have, I've come down to September and I'm filling that butterfly in. And I want you to look at the top of that. When I had to physically write the temperatures for September, the first 10 or 11 days of September, they were all well above 100. It was just brutal. Isn't that crazy to look at that? And you can just see. So hopefully we'll get back into some of those lighter colors as we go through October, November, and December. But that is Temperature Butterflies by Stitching Mama. And it is my daily piece, at least 1 to 2 threads a day. So, okay. I'm going to blame, I don't know, you can blame anyone for pulling this out, but every time I watch Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie shows her Red Deer sampler, which she has made a lot of progress on. I just have to get mine out, and I did, and I've actually stitched on it twice since I saw you last. And I am stitching this on 36 count XJU Designs 1001 Nights. I am using the amazing Victoria Clayton silk conversion. As you all know, if you remember from last year, she whipped that up for me. It was the most incredible piece of customer service I have ever seen. And Vicki, I thank you so much for that. So this is the chart. Trying to get the glare off. The Red Deer Sampler by GGR. And this is my progress. I am about to finish all the flowers. And you're going to see a lot of threads in some of these pieces. But I am working on the, I want to complete this page. So I still have one more flower right here of those fan-like flowers. And I just about finished this one here. And of course, I'm trying to keep up with my border because I have been advised to not let that go till the end. But the deer is right here. But I'm trying to be #mature and finish the page and then move over and enjoy putting that deer in. So that is Red Deer Sampler by GGR on a big piece of fabric. Oh, did someone notice that I actually cut the excess off of Fruits of Plenty? Yeah, I did. And I know you were all happy to see that. The next whip is Welcome to the World by Stitchrovia. This is the birth announcement that I am doing for my medical assistant who had the baby in November, who I just got a picture of, is 1 month old and doing really well. So yay. And at least he doesn't know he doesn't have his birth sampler yet, but he's going to get it. So this is my progress on that. So I've just almost finished that big banner of world, and there's the little one. I will put a picture here of the chart because it is a PDF, and this is by Stitchrovia. I am stitching this on a 20 count Aida in antique ivory using the called for DMC, and I am stitching this 1/1 on 20 count. I have to get this one done because, as you guys know, I'm going to be starting another one here pretty soon. We've got it picked out, and I'll show it to you when I get it started. My next piece is also a part of a sale, and it's the Holiday Rooster sale, and that is the Holiday Rooster Sampler by Hemlock and Rye, Julie of Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. And I am stitching this on a 37 count Russian tea cake by Legacy. I am using DMC 3051 and the Swadesh 946. I am stitching this 1/2. And I will show you my progress. Again, this is another big piece of fabric. And this is my progress so far. I got started on the bird, and I have completed 3 of the flowers across the top. I love these colors on this Russian tea cake. Russian tea cake, if I didn't mention, and I don't think I did, but is the fabric that I completed TGA Redwork Sampler on, and I actually used the Swadesh 946 and another Swadesh, which I can't remember the number of it right off the top of my head, but I love the way they look on this Russian tea cake by Legacy. And this is a 37 count. And that is Holiday Rooster, and there is a sale that you can I will put the information in the description box below, but it's hashtag Holiday Rooster Sal, and we would love to follow your progress. As I would love to follow all your progress, please, please, please feel free to tag me at Mistress Page on Instagram when you put up anything so that I can follow your journey as well in your stitching. The second piece is also by Hemlock and Rye. And this is Thurza Elizabeth Dawes. And so the 7-day focus piece. I think this is going to be my 7-day focus piece. I'm not doing it exactly the way Karen does of a formerly monogamous stitcher because she picks her oldest whip. I sort of cheat. I pick something that I either really want to finish or I feel really close to finishing, and I think that I will see the 7 days really make some serious progress. And I do feel that way about Thurza, so I would love to get her done, especially as I've started Holiday Rooster by Hemlock and Rye as well. So with this one, I will put a picture here of the finished, of the chart, and I am stitching this on a 36 count Eureka by Fox and Rabbit. I'm using the called for DMC. I am stitching it in the aged colorway. Julie charted it with the colors that face the front of the original sampler, which tend to be more muted and faded. And then she also did the brighter colorway by matching the threads to the colors in the back, which are protected from the sun and dirt and such. And so I did choose the aged colorway, although when you look at this, you will see that it is also quite bright. And tons, I'm warning you, if tons of threads, because there's so many color changes in this, and I just like to keep them in there and keep going. But this is my progress on that. So let's see, I could probably pull some of these up, but I just this morning finished that swan, that pink swan down there. Isn't that just so sweet and gorgeous? The peacock is done. I got the flower next to the peacock is completed, and it really doesn't go down much further. There's only 4 sheets to the chart, and I am starting the bottom 2 sheets, and so I love this piece, and I'm pretty sure I'm confident that I'm going to make this my focus piece until it is completed. So that will be 7 days a month, and this is, as I said, on 36 count Eureka by Fox and Rabbit with the called for DMC, and I'm stitching this 1 over 2 threads. So that is Thurza. Okay. The next whip that I pulled out, sometimes you need this chart, and I had a couple of days where I needed this chart, and it is Seeking Refuge by the Scarlett House. I know Marie with Stitches and Diamonds and Angie of the Tiny House Stitcher are also working on this. I am stitching this on a R&R Reproductions Mayflower Mocha in 36 count. I am using the called for overdyed floss in DMC, and I am stitching this 1 over 2 threads. And this is my progress. I started working more on the house. So I got the roof done. I think the bird I think that's new, or either that is new or I completed this flower in here. Beautiful piece. Seeking Refuge by the Scarlett House. There's something about the name of it and why other people have chosen to do it, and so it gives me, when I pick it up, it gives me that sense of comfort and peace that I love so much. So I will continue to plug away on that as well. And my last piece, my last whip is Mary 395. You know her well. This is the chart. It's by Hands Across the Sea. It's a Bristol sampler. And I am stitching this on 36 count Edinburgh in antique ivory with Gloriana poinsettia and hollyberry. And it's primarily stitched in the poinsettia. And as I mentioned before, when I had this, I incorrectly said this was kitted up at the attic in one of my videos. This was kitted up at the wonderful Acorn and Threads. And they were just a little concerned I might not have enough of the poinsettia. So we matched up the hollyberry, and I'm just kind of randomly picking a couple of the alphabets and doing it in the hollyberry so that I know that I have enough of the poinsettia to complete. And this is my progress on her. So as you can see, it just sort of one row at a time. I'll back up. I pretty much managed to stay on track. I'm full transparency. You can see in this side, I'll wiggle it up a little higher. I kind of got off, and there was just no way I was going to rip out a whole row. And so there's a little bit of, shall we say, the alphabets are close together. But then they do it on purpose in this lower side, like right down in here. And those aren't mistakes. So that is Mary 395, a Bristol sampler by Hands Across the Sea. And this will remain a Thursday stitch. And I will either add something to it by next Thursday, or, that would be tomorrow. Or I will just stitch on this. I haven't completely decided. I guess if I left it, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'll want to do. I lost one. I know I'll want to start another something red to do. And you know what else I thought about starting, and I should pull it, and maybe next time I can show it, is I want to say it's Brenda Keys or Brenda Gervais. I'm so sorry. I will put it down below. There's a red work pin keep. She had several small with the little tomatoes, and I've thought about sticking that in on red work Thursday, and that would give me some small finishes as well. So that's a thought that I may do, but I will clear it all up when I meet you next in a couple of weeks. So those are my works in progress. So the next thing will be just a little bit of haul that I got, and I'm going to save the best for last, but this is called a FlossTube video planner, and it's the nighttime stitcher, and it's a digital download, so you can print these off as you need them. Now I know this is probably very specific for people that do FlossTube, but I found it incredible to write everything on, and then I could put them in a binder, or because it's so organized. I actually wrote out every single whip and new start, and instead of trying to go a little bit from memory and a little bit not, it's all right here, and so I'm really thrilled about that. Before I jump into let's finish haul, and then I will talk about that other thing. I also, because I enjoyed the first two that I used so much, I got some more of the project planners, and these are for 2023 to 2025. So they're 3 years starting this year. And you guys know the little cards I make. These are going to probably replace those, and they will be in the bag with each project. And you can check off the days that you worked on it. And I thought that would be quite fun. So that's S. Ward Designs, and she's on Etsy, and I will put that down below. And then the really exciting thing is I got my box from Cedar River Linens and Designs. But again, full transparency, I thought, oh, I could just throw that away and not show them. But I wanted you to see how excited I was when I got that box. Look at this paper. I mean, I literally could not wait to see the colors, right? And I know you don't want to see the paper, but I just had to share that. And it's beautiful paper, and I usually don't like to tear it. It's got her logo on here. I will show you that. Cedar River Designs, Linen and Designs. But I was like a child at Christmas, ripping paper away. And then she sent this, and I think these are pieces that are made by Beth Twist's husband, and it's a little cedar that can go in your closet, and which was very sweet and smells so good. So these are the pieces that I got. I only got 3 pieces, but I got the tephra, and my light is very different today because there is no sun. But this is the tephra. Isn't that gorgeous? And I got red cedar. Oh, it just takes my breath away. Let's open. This even, it actually almost has a little bit of orange in it. You see that? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then I got a piece of the arboreal. So that is this. I'm really truly kind of looking at this with you guys. Look at that. It's so subtle and so beautiful, and the fabric feels good. Oh, let's go this way. There we go. So that's arboreal. And this was my purchase of fabric from Cedar River Linen and Designs from Jody of Trixie Tricycle. You knocked it out of the park, Jody. Congratulations. So that is my haul. And then I did want to bring up one more time. I thought I would have it to show you, but I don't. But that it'll be here. I wanted to remind you one more time about the Brenda's Big Birthday Sale. This is the organizational genius of Penelope_Tucker on Instagram. I will put that information below, but I encourage you to check her site on Instagram because she has everything laid out beautifully. The piece will be, oh my gosh, how could I forget? Martha Edwards. I'll put it right there if I'm saying it wrong. By the Scarlett House Designs. I'm so sorry. When you're looking out a window and the wind is kind of wacko. Anyway, okay, so that was the piece designed by Tanya of the Scarlett House. It will be the sampler of the month at the attic. The called for fabric, I think, was 40 count Hemingway of needle and flax, and I know that Rachel was making every effort to make sure that the local needlework stores, online needlework stores, had access to this. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you. I got the pattern and the fabric are coming probably tomorrow from Colorado cross stitcher Sherry, and okay, drum roll. I'm going to try this on 40 count. So I'm very excited about that. I think it'll be fine. I think I will enjoy it because I've worked so much on 36 count. It's just a little bump up. And so that is supposed to come tomorrow or Friday. So I know I will get it in perfect time. Working with Sherry on that was just delightful. Thank you, Sherry, for that. And so that is birthday to celebrate Brenda and the Cereal Starter, her 60th birthday, which will be January 16th, while we're at Sampler Symposium. And again, Penelope_Tucker, who has organized this, has a wonderful 2 or 3 posts giving you all the information you need to join in. The sale will probably start somewhere between January 16th and February 17th or 16th, but we can start them anytime we want to, because that's what we do. And so I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that one more time. And I'm going to check my notes here. Oh my goodness. Now, you know, I was just saying how wonderful this FlossTube video planner is, and it is. But I didn't do my shout out. I did want to do a shout out for Laurel of I am a stitch nerd. I watched her for the first time. She had mentioned the floral motif sampler very kindly in her last video. She stitches beautifully, and she stitches a lot of the pieces that I love and that I think a lot of you would enjoy, and a lot of pieces that we have in common. She just put up her last video showed 12 pieces that she had selected, I think, sort of as a focus for the year, and every one of them I think I would stitch. So there, I encourage you to go over and see Laurel at I Am a Stitch Nerd. Okay, and she also does quilting. So she does break it up, or she does cross stitch first and the quilts later, if that's pleases you better. But I do encourage you to go over and take a look. So I think now I can look down. I don't know why I don't want to look down and so that I make sure I've covered everything. But I do have these, my boxes are checked, so to speak. So I wanted to take one more minute to thank all of you. Again, if you're new, I hope you like what you saw, and I hope you will subscribe and ring the bell and share and like and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. To my returning viewers and subscribers, you all know what you mean to me, but one of the things that I thought about a lot over this last 2-week period was how kind you are with your comments. And I want you to know that I appreciate and the time that you take to write what you write to me. I do get them all answered. I got the last comment, I think, answered yesterday. And I know the holidays slowed me down on some of my responses, but I do write back to each and every one of you. But I think it's really important for you guys to know that I don't take for granted the fact that you take that time out of your day away from your stitching, your children, your work, whatever it is that is a part of your life, that you take just a moment of that to say some very kind things, and things that I appreciate very much. Remember that tough old broad of my mother? Oh, she would say, oh, dry up. Anyway, so thank you. Thank you very much for that. Chester is still continuing to do well, and he sends you all a bunch of love. I think I have covered everything on my table, so I am going to ask you to grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. Bye-bye. See you after Sampler Symposium. That's a hard word to say. Sampler Symposium. I'll see you after that. Okay, take care, guys. Bye-bye.